18. What day of the week it is?
It's Saturday. Oh my goodness, no, we've not done a movie.
Uh-oh. Let's go. Jeez, doesn't Saturdays come around quickly?
It does.
Have we got anything to talk about today, too?
Oh, I'm sure we'll find something to talk about.
So how about how we invested the money from the house? What do you think?
Sounds great. So we are Norm and Tina, and we talk about all things retirement.
If you haven't yet subscribed to us, please hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. What we're going to talk about today, Teen?
Well, we sold our house and we've rented an apartment. And what did we do with the money? That is what lots of people are asking us on our comments.
Well, we dug a hole in the back garden and buried it. No, we didn't do that. That's a good question, Tina. The very first thing that we did.
The first thing was that we paid off all our outstanding debts.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, by that we mean any credit cards, any line of credits, you name it, anything you might know, pay it off.
So we walked away from the house. It was already mortgage free. And any loans that we had for things like new windows, new garage doors, new roofs, we paid all that off. So totally debt free. And the advantage of doing that is it's a high rate of return on your capital as well. Some of the lines of credit were more percentage-wise than what we would get in an investment account. So the other thing that we did immediately was max out the tax-free savings account. We opened one each, and we had already been saving into them, so we just ensured that we had the maximum amount of contributions that we're allowed to make in the tax-free savings account. And that way it hides the money from the taxman. So that was one of our strategies of retiring poor, was to shelter the money in the TFSA.
Then another thing we did was we roughly put about 50% of our money into high interest savings accounts. Now, by these we mean sort of online accounts, very similar to EQ Bank, credit unions. They were all paying at the time, they still are now, a higher interest rate than the high street banks. So we do have those,
At the time, 5 years ago, they were paying a heck of a lot more. It's 3.5%.
Yeah.
We're down to about 1.5%. And maybe you're asking, why are we doing that and not maxing out equity investments? Well, we've used that money to invest in dividend stocks on pullbacks. And we've already had 2 pretty good pullbacks since we sold the house. And it's really helped. We also opened non-registered trading accounts. So we have these stock trading accounts at the bank. It's a discount brokerage. We're using Bank of Montreal discount brokerage. And we have contributed to those, and we buy dividend stocks. And in particular, the aristocrat dividend stocks. And those, if you're not familiar with aristocrat stocks, just Google it. You'll find all the information out about it. But there's stocks that have consistently paid dividends with an unbroken record. So what else?
So we have some of our favorite stocks that we have bought. And some of those are Fortis, Bell Canada, Bank of Montreal, CIBC, TELUS, and Enbridge. Those are just a few of the ones that we have that we like.
And they're all aristocrat dividend stocks.
And they're all
as well.
paying really good dividends, aren't they, Norm?
And from the time that we've bought them, they range from 5% return to 7.5% return dividends paid quarterly. Fortis is an interesting one, based out in Newfoundland. They've consistently increased their dividend each year as well. So why 50%? Why hold 50% in cash? Well, as we said before, we are using it to buy stocks on pullbacks because we felt the stock market has been overvalued for some considerable time. We also wanted safety of our money. It's taken a long time to get that money, so we don't want to lose it.
No, that's true.
It also, we were having a major life change as well. We sold the house, we rented an apartment, and we didn't know whether this would be for us. So if we kept the cash, that would be enough for a deposit on a house, a small house or a condo.
It was going to give us options, wasn't it, really?
It was. And so basically, we've got the cash there. We also wanted to travel. We've had 4 good years of traveling, and that financed some of those travels as well, which you can't do from just having stocks.
No.
So having cash made us feel safe. And it's given us some buying opportunities in the stock market as well.
We also, we do hold all our US dividend stocks in our RRSPs.
That's
that
the
way,
registered retirement savings plan in Canada.
So doing that, we avoid any withholding tax, don't we? So it works good for us.
It's the best way for us to hold USA dividend stocks, and then we don't have the US government withholding a small portion of tax on the dividend payments. So yeah, hold US dividend stocks in a retirement savings plan. From the cash deposits, we make annual payments into the TFSA as well, so that ensures that we can continue to max out. So what we're doing is, from that cash, is we're converting it into a tax-free, hidden from the tax man, which helps us continue to retire poor, inverted commas. So it's been handy to have that cash to be able to make those deposits into the TFSA, which is a tax-free savings account.
And one thing we have found is that in the 5 years since we took early retirement, we actually still have all the capital, but during that time we've had 4 years of travel, and also having the cash on hand has allowed us to buy a car and an RV trailer, hasn't it, Norm?
It has, and it hasn't depleted any of our capital. So how is it possible, Tina, that we've had 4 years of travel, and that was something in the region of 12 to 15 cruises?
Yeah, lots of trips.
Yeah, and when we get comments in the in our YouTube comment section of people saying, you know, come to Iceland or Madeira or somewhere. Well, we've been to all these places in the last 5 years. So how is it possible that we were able to still do all that and still have all our capital left?
Because we're a big believer in passive income as well as dividend stocks. And now we are also getting our CPP and all the other government state pensions we're entitled to.
The CPP is the employer contributed Canadian pension plan, which is the same as Social Security in the US. And we have taken that at 60 years of age.
We have.
And so now we're getting I'm getting the government state pension.
Yeah, you are.
You're not.
I have another year to go for that, don't I?
I'm the old fogey. So with good management, we've been able to
hold on to it. Yeah.
The passive income has been interesting, and we're actually going to make the next video about that to give an idea, because a lot of people have been asking us, what do I do in retirement, or how can I earn money in retirement to offset maybe the lack of savings that we have? So we've certainly been able to do that. So this was just a quick what we've done with the money from selling our house.
Yeah, to coming into the apartment. And because so many viewers have asked us, what did we do with the money and how could we help them make the decision? And so that's why we thought we would tell our story.
Exactly. So happy Saturday.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching.
and hope everybody is staying safe and keeping well out there.
And thanks for your continued support. And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.